We create harmony or disharmony in the family ourselves, depending on our thoughts and desires. In large families, it only takes one person to feel dissatisfied, or even just to think that they are being treated unfairly, for the overall atmosphere to start to escalate. Everyone begins to feel the discontent and doesn't understand why. If the head of the household is overly burdened with worries and thoughts about some disorder, their thoughts create anxiety not just for themselves, but for the whole family. Everyone starts to feel dissatisfied and doesn't understand why. If the head of the household is overly burdened with worries and thoughts about some disorder, their thoughts create anxiety not just for themselves, but for the whole family. Everyone in the house feels down, can't find their place, and can't find any comfort. The head of the household should radiate kindness, which then spreads to everyone else in the home. Everyone in the house feels down, can't find their place, and can't find any comfort. The head of the household should radiate kindness, which then spreads to everyone else in the home. That's how our thoughts are structured. A person must not hurt their parents, neither physically nor spiritually. We must not hurt them even in our thoughts. Grievances bring very heavy consequences for all of us. Conflicts in the family, quarrels, illnesses, all sorts of misfortunes, their development and increase in number, the consequences of negative thoughts from family members. The first and only condition for changing a heavy family atmosphere is changing human thoughts. The environment. We're not sick, but there's no freshness. It's just not flowing. We can't focus on our thoughts. It's really hard. People are healthy, but they feel like something is missing. They take medicine and it just gets worse. And while there's still a little bit of clean air, we need to take advantage of it. But even that is already all polluted. Especially when we're doing mental work, it's important to breathe often and deeply, because the brain and heart consume a huge amount of oxygen. If there's not enough oxygen in the brain, we can't think. Things just don't flow, and we wonder why. There's not enough fuel, there's not enough oxygen. Everything is poisoned. You can't buy anything at the market. Everything is beautiful, but you can't dare to buy it. At the end of the last century, an elder said that the time would come when a lot of agricultural products would be produced, but people wouldn't be able to eat them. And that time has come. Here it is. We truly hate each other deeply. We really can't allow this situation because we're all ultimately connected. If you truly hate someone, you're significantly ruining your own mood, and unfortunately, it just gets worse for you. And the person you hate is feeling just fine. He communicates with both. He approaches you with love, and you wonder why. After all, he's my biggest enemy. But if you don't think anything bad about him, he can become your teacher. You learn kindness from him. There's no point in holding on to this evil. What's done is done. We need to let go of resentment and accept the lesson with gratitude. Only with great and heartfelt love can we break down mutual barriers and achieve understanding. If we treat those who love us with love and respond to those who hate us in the same way, we've lost our way. As children of God, we should have a divine character filled with peace, love, and kindness. The Lord showed us, when he was in the flesh, that we need to avoid evil, not resist it, which means keeping the peace. And if we resist evil, it tries to come back to us just as strongly, leading to hostility, and that's food for the spirits of the heavens. This is their amusement, so we need to pray to God. Lord, keep my inner peace. Teach my soul to be calm, quiet, and gracious, like the angels and your saints. Our thoughts should connect us with the Lord. You'll be grateful to yourself for turning to kind thoughts and aspirations, while leaving grievances and complaints behind. Don't interfere, just leave them alone. Let them hurt you, because the one who hurts is shedding their hostility. Enemies. It's hardest in the world to understand how to pray for our enemies. Whether we want to or not, We have to pray for our enemies and for those who don't love us, who are burdened with evil thoughts against us. We must pray for them and wish them all the best, because whether we like it or not, they need to be freed from evil when they realize that their plans are unattainable. The more evil they wish on us, the more blessings the Lord sends our way. In the end, we get back everything we wish for our neighbors. If we go to church and take communion, it means nothing if we hold on to evil inside us. So we should be calm, peaceful, and full of love and kindness. If people think certain unknown things about us, we should perhaps bless them with both hands and wish them only good. At this school there is a level of grace. We should perhaps bless them with both hands and wish them only good. Remo smiled until the grace of God comes. When we receive it, we no longer get offended when we're hurt, but we stay calm, peaceful, and as if it's not about us. Our Heavenly Father never turns away from us, and when we receive it, we receive His grace. We no longer get offended when we are hurt, but we remain quiet, full of joy and peace, as if it's not about us. Heavenly Father, as I am from the Father. He never leaves us. He always sees us, constantly guiding us. If our hearts are open to Him, the atmosphere in a happy family is full of love, charity, and kindness. At the party, everyone thanks God for the day they lived. Committees should listen to each other, respect their elders, and fast during fasting periods, just like on Sundays. At the party, everyone thanks God for the day they lived. Committees should listen to each other, respect their elders, and fast during fasting periods, just like on Sundays. We shouldn't be wise. We must work hard to be an example for others, do good deeds, and be attentive like the animals, wise like the snakes, and clever like the birds. Every Saturday, at least someone from the family should be at the church service. If not everyone can leave, then at least someone should go to receive blessings from the church for the whole family. It's important to constantly work and strive to improve your life, and if possible, to feed the drunk, give drinks to the drunk, and maintain good relationships with everyone who comes to you. And everyone created a young Zakasban in the time of Saul. Let's go to this camel in the big soul, full of love. We ourselves want to find peace and tranquility,